The Wasp Factory. Chapter 4, The Bomb Circle. Part 3. It was still very early, and although the mist and drizzle should have had me feeling a little mellow, I was still in good and confident spirits from the naming ceremony. I felt like a run, so I left my jacket near the pole I'd been at the day digs. I felt like a run, so I left my jacket near the pole I'd been at the day digs had come with the news, and tucked the catapult tightly between my cords with my belt. I tugged my boots to running tension after checking my socks were straight and unruffled, then jogged slowly down the line of hard sand between the seaweed tide lines. The drizzle was coming and going, and the sun was visible occasionally through the mist and cloud as a red and hazy disk. There was a slight wind coming from the north, and I turned into it. I powered up gradually, settling into an easy, long-paced stride that got my lungs working properly and readied my legs. My arms, fists clenched, moved with a fluid rhythm, sending first one then the other shoulder forward. I breathed deeply, padded over the sand. I came to the braided reaches of the river where it swung out over the sands and adjusted my steps so that I cleared all the channels easily and cleanly. A leap at a time. Once over, I put my head down and increased speed. My head and fists rammed the air. My feet flexed, flung, gripped, and pushed. The air whipped at me, little gusts of drizzle stinging slightly as I hit them. My lungs exploded, imploded, exploded, imploded. Plumes of wet sand flew from my soles, rising as I sped on, falling in little curves and spattering back as I raced on in the distance. I brought my face up and put my head back, bringing my neck to the wind like a lover, to the rain like an offering. My breath rasped in my throat, and a slight lightheadedness I had started to feel owing to the hyper-oxygenated earlier waned as my muscles took up the slack of extra power in my blood. I boosted increasing speed as the jagged line of the dead seaweed and old wood and cans and bottles skittered by me. I felt like a bead on a thread being pulled through the air on a line, sucked along by throat and lung and legs, a continual pounce of flowing energy. I kept the boost up as long as I could. When I felt it starting to go, relaxed and went back to merely running fast for a while. I charged across the sand, the dunes to my left, moving by like stands on a racetrack. Ahead I could see the bomb circle where I would stop or turn. I boosted again, head down, shouting to myself inside, screaming mentally, my voice like a press, screwing down tighter to squeeze a final effort from my legs. I flew across the sands, body tilted crazily forward, lungs bursting, legs pounding. The moment passed as I slowed quickly, dropping to a trot as I approached the bomb circle, almost staggering into it and then flinging myself on the sand inside to lie panting, heaving, gasping, staring at the gray sky and invisible drizzle, spread eagle on the center of the rocks. My chest rose and fell, my heart pounded inside its cage, a dull roaring filled my ears, and my whole body tingled and buzzed. My leg muscles seemed to be some days of quivering tension. I let my head fall to one side, my cheek against the cool, damp sand. I wondered what it felt like to die.